Hello, we're looking at problem 4 from lesson 2-6. It says stretching and compressing a function. So stretching is, so if this is my original, if the blue is my original function, stretching would be kind of like getting thinner or getting closer to this y-axis, or compressing it. And then we can also compress it or stretch it. I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder, and that's going to actually take it away from the y-axis. So the general rule is the larger the number is, the closer it gets to the y-axis. So it's more of a vertical shrink, as you would say. And the larger or the smaller the number is, so like a number like 1/3, for example, it's going to be getting further away from the y-axis, so it's more like a stretch. So it says the table at the right represents a function f of x. So here's my function f of x. It says what are the corresponding values of g of x and possible graphs for the transformation g of 3 times f of x. So that means I'm going to take everything and I'm going to multiply it by 3. So all of my y values are my f of x values. I multiply by 3. And so, as you can see, here's my f of x, the red one for this one is the original function. And by multiplying by 3, you see it kind of gets closer to this y-axis here. So it says for the function f of x shown in problem 4, for the corresponding table and graph of the transformation, if I multiply by 1/3 instead. So here I've written it on my whiteboard. And so again, I'm just going to multiply everything by 1/3. So 1/3 times 2 is going to give me, let's write it here, gives me 2/3, 2/3, -1, 1/3, and -2/3. And so there's my values there. And if I was to graph it, so it would be -5, which is about right here in my original function, and then I would go to 2/3, which is about right there, and then -2, which is my function right here, and that'd be right there for my, so it'd be this line right here, and then I would have 0, -1, so that would be 0, -1, it'd be up just a little bit. Then I would have 3, 1/3, so that's 1. This is 3 about right here, and 1/3 would probably be about right there, probably a lot less because it's 1/3. And then we have 5, which is about right here, and -2/3, which is about right there. I hope that this helps.